shit gets crazy because literally anybody can sign up for this show. I know Hans. Hans is like my youngest son. But now I'm about to meet a complete stranger and we're going to talk to them. You guys ready for this shit? Your first bucket pool tonight goes by the name of Samantha Corigliano. Samantha! Samantha Corigliano. You got eyes on Samantha? No, nothing? Alright. Oh, she's coming? Oh, okay. Samantha coming from the deepest parts of the building. Female comedy! Here she is, everybody. Samantha Corigliano.
Alright, happy Halloween! So, my boyfriend and I have been dating for about 2.5 years now, and we got to the point where we need to really discuss some deal breakers. For me, cheating. However, a little hypocritical because we do also have a polygamy pact, so it's okay for me to let him hook up with his guy friends. You know, everybody's a little bit gay, so why not just let him try? He's not gay enough to stay with them, so if anything, he'll learn. So let him get fucked in the ass a little. He'll learn how to treat my asshole a little bit better. Yeah? Another thing, straight whips are men better at giving other men head?
Samantha Corigliano. Am I saying that correctly?
Canigliero.
What is it?
Canigliero.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to say that. It's a little tricky down that middle part, huh?
Sure does.
Sounded Italian in the last name. Yeah, say it one more time.
Canigliero.
Oh my goodness.
Careful.
Wow. I feel like I shouldn't make fun of you now, or someone's gonna kill me. Just kidding. I'm gonna make fun of you. No, it's great. I love your style. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
This is my first time.
Whoa, first time.
As a female comic, just know that it's very tough when you're raped several times. That's what we all have to go through. And then you'll make a choice because there's two types of female comics. There's kind of hot bitch and obnoxious fat cunts. And I've been both. And I'm telling you right now, I'd love you to open for me. I'd love to take you on the road. And if you ever did well, I would kill you.
Yes! Amy motherfucking Schumer is in the house. Samantha, what have you been doing up until this point?
So I came with my boyfriend from Richmond, Virginia.
Wow, some Richmond, Virginia fans up there. You're like we're having a fucking Confederate reenactment. I love this. Very She's really nice. She's actually a triplet. That's really interesting. She also just let me know that she's down with threesomes. So you guys know what I'm thinking. I want to have sex with both of her brothers. She get upset. She's like, you cheated on me with both of my brothers? I thought it was you. I just got a new weed dealer. The weed's really fucking good. I know it's so good because last night I was up late googling heart attack symptoms. I used to smoke a lot of weed in high school, especially before class. This one time I smoked weed before class. My friend, he was trying to look out for me. He came up. He was like, dude, just a heads up, you smell loud. I was like, holy shit. I thought I was high, but this guy can smell sounds. Thank you, everybody. Wow, look at that. Steve Jones. My goodness. Hello, Tony. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the show. You're dressed like you just came here from Richmond, Virginia. You have the type of face I was expecting you to like sound sad or something like that. I thought you were gonna be like, I just wanna sing a song. You have that fucking hairdo that people that you like that type of music, don't you? What's the summer friendship? We were friends all summer long. Where are you? Alright. This band's out of control. Gotta love these guys. So let's talk about it, Steve. What do you do for a living? I'm an accountant. Wow. These guys are fucking living it up. Richmond, Virginia, accountant and a software salesperson. My goodness. How long have you two been together? Like 2.5 years. There you go. 2.5 years. Where'd you guys meet? Through a couple of mutual friends. Right, that sounds about right. Yep. Your guys' field. Kind of hard to get out there and meet people, right? Sure. Okay. And how soon after meeting was the first time you guys hooked up? You guys seem like you've only done the missionary position, if I had to guess. Right? Well, she actually asked me out. Whoa. Look out. Very hot. Yeah. And then what happened? We made out in her car. Whoa. What kind of car? What kind of car was it? RAV4. Wow. Okay. All right. The classic car from Making a Murder. Oh, you do? Hold on. She just said, without the microphone, she said that she has a special
sound that I'd like to share.
Yeah.
Every woman does.
I don't think a lot of women have this.
Every woman does.
So I can burp really disgustingly loud.
You can burp disgustingly loud? All right. All sound effects and keyboards and everything off. I have to hear what this sounds like. This is
So
unbelievable.
you can hear it as I bring the air in and then as I push out.
Okay. Oh my god. Holy shit, she's bending over, kind of.
That,
Oh, wow. Oh my god. You activated the backlights for that? Turns out our fucking lighting guy loves burps.
That's the first time a comic stole my bit.
Thank you, Shem, for all this shit. Way from now.
Oh
I should have had the light.
my god. Absolutely incredible. How about you, Steve Jones, if that really is your name? Do you have any special skills or talents? How are you gonna match that burp? Are you gonna like fucking... That's impossible, dude. Really? Can you do that with your asshole? I love it. Alright, well. Okay, you gonna propose to her or anything like that? I mean, it seems like
Do you live here in Austin?
right Javier Gomez. Javier Gomez. Oh, some long transitive stage so far here tonight. Very interesting. Is there a Javier coming?
With all the other things that I said.
No?
Thankfully.
So, alright. How about Matt Alvarez? Matt Alvarez. Okay, here he comes, right from the front of the gates. I see him already. This guy's ready to go. Make some noise one more time for Matt Alvarez getting a standing ovation.
Everybody stand, Steve. I'm some sort of sad clown. It's my fucking day off. Wearing my comfortable clothes. You know, I've been doing this job goddamn 30 years. Kids nowadays, all they want to see is goddamn tits pop dances. I'm not doing the goddamn Dougie. 30 years. I went to clown college. And then I'm working with kids all day. I go home. I got clown kids running around my house. And one of them's not even half a clown. I married a regular woman. Full human kid.
Wow. Matt Alvarez.
Can I say if it was a choice between John Wayne Gacy doing that and what he did, I'm glad he murdered the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
I am with you on that, my friend. That was bad all the way around. Steve Madden's out of here. He has no idea you're wearing clown face paint. He doesn't give a fuck. I love it. Okay, so Matt, let's talk about it. Am I talking to Matt or the clown guy?
Yeah, this is Matt. Okay. I don't normally talk like that.
Well, first of all, let's start here. Before you came up here and bombed as a clown horrendously, you got high fives from the three guys at this table. Do you know them or something?
No, I met them outside. They had a ticket. They bought an extra table or something.
Oh, wow, incredible.
I didn't want to pay the $20. It was like $20.
Wow.
I was like, I'll just stand. I got a pretty good standing spot over there.
Okay. So you're foreign?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I'm a student, but I'm a writing tutor.
Right. What are you studying?
Business. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't tell what the fuck you are.
Why did you talk in the voice? Well, okay, so I don't normally ever do that, but I've got this costume on. So yesterday I did this at a mic. I had more of a bit, more time, and it's pretty well. I was like, well, it's Halloween, so I kept the
You're
costume.
looking at the guys you met outside to agree with you on how last night's bit went. Did you know that?
No, I don't know them. They weren't there yesterday.
I know. They weren't
I'm
there.
kind of looking around.
Right.
But,
You don't have many friends, do you, Matt?
I've got some friends.
I'm just kidding. How long you been doing stand-up?
I think I'm like about around a year now.
Okay. How often do you do it? You've been doing it a year. How often?
So, it depends. I'm in school, so I used to run, when I first started, I would go to some mics at the Creepy Cave every day I'd do like maybe one. Maybe if I got on, it'd be like the end of the day. And then, so when school, I don't have time to go to mics, so I opened an open mic at a bar near campus. And that would be like my time. I do like maybe like 20 minutes throughout the whole thing. I go between the comics. Then winter break happened, so I really did it this summer.
Still talking. This is incredible. I wonder how long it would have gone had I just never said
I can do an hour. Right. And then Russia invaded the Ukraine.
What's the most interesting thing about you, Matt Alvarez? Half Italian guy, half clown tonight. I don't know what the fuck to talk with you about.
I have a conference championship ring from a Division I football company.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I used to play college football.
Where at?
University Incarnate Word in San Antonio.
University of what?
The Incarnate Word. They know that. They're Yeah, it's a Catholic school, private school.
Do you have a championship ring?
Yeah, we won a conference championship.
You said D1?
It was Division One.
Division 1, and the name of the school is what?
Yeah, University of the Incarnate Word.
The Incarnate Word?
Yes. The Incarnate Word.
Division 1?
Yeah.
High school.
No, it's not a high school. They have a high school called Incarnate Word.
What the fuck do you mean a D1 school called that? Is there another division above D1 in your mind? Are we talking about two different types of D1 football? What's the ring for?
Well, we won a conference championship.
A championship in going to the most obscure college I've ever heard of in my entire life? Where you guys beat, who'd you beat, Alabama?
No.
Right. Is that the same division that you're in?
I
You
guess
sure it's Division 1?
It's like the FBS, so it's a smaller of the...
This is the most concussed Division 4 college football player I've ever talked to in my life. D1, we killed it. Clemson, Ohio State, we crushed them. Represent reincarnated art. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? This is not a real story. None of it's real. Conference championship. Alright, well. Matt. What's the most embarrassing thing about you? Tell the truth here, man. This is a real chance for you to confess something.
Most embarrassing thing. What?
Nothing. Shut the fuck up, you stupid pussy coward. Dreads that heckle these poor kids.
Most embarrassing thing? I don't know. I'm too scared to even consider one. Let me think.
Give us something.
Let's see. Have you watched my show on Hulu, Life and Death? Because that would suffice. Not to the show.
Do you think that, did you take some hard hits to the head during your football playing days?
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you think it affects you in your day-to-day life?
Nah, not so much. Right now, this is like a lot of nerves, so I'm not normally nervous on a day-to-day basis.
Right. And when you decided on Italian clown,
Yeah.
like, how does that happen?
Well, okay, so,
You had a little bit of face paint in that outfit?
Well, I was gonna get like a regular clown outfit, but I went to the Halloween store and I was like, I need a clown costume, and they only had murder clowns. I was like, that's not the vibe I'm going for. I was gonna go for a normal clown. But
Jesus Christ, dude. You need to see a brain doctor, ASAP, dude.
well,
You're up here answering questions like you're
well,
Chuba
that's
Loose.
like high concept.
Okay, thank you. There he goes. Matt Alvarez, everybody. There he goes. Matt, take one of these. Matt. Take that. There you go. Alright, we're going to keep it moving along. It's a lot better when the people can hear and react to questions. Make some noise for Daniel Chent, everybody. Daniel Chent. It's the itchiest fucking wig.
I felt like I had brain damage now, just from watching that.
That was rough. Daniel Chent, here he comes. Make some noise for Daniel, everybody. Here he is.
Hello. So, I'm visiting from the UK, and cheers. And on my first night here, I managed to hook up with a girl who's one of the Miss Texas finalists in 1971, I think she says. Whenever I type the word analysis, I type it really fast, just in case I suddenly die halfway through. I hate to be found dead, and all it says on my screen is, there were some unexpected outcomes from the anal. So you know King Charles's little granddaughter, Princess Charlotte? Do you think she watches Disney movies and goes, well, this isn't very realistic? Thanks.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. Daniel Chent. adorable. I love it. How long have you been doing stand-up?
A couple of years before the pandemic, and then obviously we had quite a big lockdown and got back into it about a year ago.
Amy Schumer, what do you think about this guy?
I think it was very funny. Now, obviously, when a white man speaks, my pussy looks bread. And then I eat that bread. Now, you're a colonizing piece of shit, and you should not be allowed to talk. You should be walked like a dog while 300 women beat you in the street. But that being said, it was fucking pretty good.
Yeah, smart joke. Coming in from the UK, murdered his queen and then went on a little trip. I love it. Welcome, welcome. What do you do for work out in the UK?
I'm a lawyer.
Wow, what kind of law are you doing out there? Do you have to wear like one of those goofy white wigs or something like that?
Nothing like that. No, just contracts. Pretty dry.
Okay. All right. You're definitely from the fucking UK. Are you in London?
No, I live miles from London.
Manchester.
Totally over the other side of the country. It's like a 3-hour drive.
What's it called?
It's a place called Swansea.
Swansea.
Just Wales.
Okay.
Like Welsh.
Swansea. That's where I grew up. That's where I learned how to be a confident woman.
What's Swansea famous for? What goes on over there? A lot of cloud cover and rain?
Cactus is from Swansea.
Okay.
Dylan Thomas. You guys know Dylan
Oh,
Thomas?
the South is real.
That's a big slip. That's a big slip.
What do you do for fun out there? You roll around on some fucking bicycle and go around and do a little fucking
mountain biking,
little spices bell on your bicycle?
I got a vintage bike, like a
See that?
British Racing Green vintage bike.
Okay. What else? What else do you do for fun out there?
I collect antiques.
Oh my goodness. I'm coming out. What kind of antiques?
What kind of antiques? Would you like my career?
Amy motherfucking Schumer.
I don't know why, but it does feel like I will get in trouble somehow for this. I don't. I do think I'm gonna call from someone. I don't know who.
If possible.
We're gonna get sued.
Yeah, right. Not you. Us. It is incredible.
I came to see you in the O2.
Oh, you were at the London O2 Arena.
Yeah,
You saw me, Kim, Brian Simpson, and Joe Rogan.
That's right.
What'd you think about that?
Loved it.
That was pretty intense, right?
Yeah.
They don't really talk about that type of shit in London at all. I noticed your set very clean.
Yeah.
You know, Jimmy Carr, a friend of the show, friend of mine, is over there. He tends to keep it pretty clean. You know, so you guys.
No, it was brilliant. It's just nothing like anything you hear in a comedy club back home.
Right, London. What the fuck else? What's the weirdest thing you have in your refrigerator? If we went through your refrigerator, what would stand out to us? Like, whoa, what the fuck's that doing in here?
The head of the girl. Half of the job is a DVD of Trainwreck the movie. I already lost my agent. Who cares? You know.
What do you put that on? What do you put on?
If you get the biggest step possible, it'll be right.
Is it crumpets?
Scones.
Oh.
I was gonna say the country of India. You know what I mean?
Woo! Holy shit. Unbelievable.
Can someone throw me a Marlboro Light?
Yeah.
Is there anyone that has a Marlboro Light?
Nick's got Marlboro licenses out there. We're gonna get you. No, nobody wants to be fucking
Marlboro Light. That's an interesting one. It's not just for Asians.
Damn, that was a powerful throw. That guy fucking. Normally, guys with muscles can't throw that good. You guys see that meatball throw that cigarette from over there? That's incredible. Holy shit, the fucking Rogan bump is real. Daniel Jen. So you seem like a good guy, right? You're a lawyer. You went to school and studied and all that shit, right? You have fucking lavender jam and Living at home with your parents?
No, living in Hove.
Living in Hove. Oh, okay.
Of meeting an American, yeah.
But you still haven't yet.
No, I've just been a couple of days.
Right. Have you ever kissed an American girl?
No.
No? Really? Is there an American girl out there that'll come give this good little boy his first American kiss? Oh. Everybody's pointing at this fat Mexican guy. Whoa! Oh, shit! Damn! Look at that. Welcome to America, you piece of shit. How did that feel?
It was great.
You now have AIDS.
Yeah.
And there's no health care, so.
Indeed. And she just caught monkeypox, I'm pretty sure. So, quite the trade-off. Daniel Jen.
Lavender jam.
Fun set, amazing interview. Send us some lavender jam from Swansea. Here's a big joke book for you, my friend. I'm not gonna throw it at you. Okay, sure. Indeed. Daniel Jen. Alright, let's keep it moving along here. We're doing this shit tonight. That's a real British, a real Englishman. Alright, your next comedian, 60 seconds uninterrupted, goes by the name of Scott Wharton, door guy here at Vulcan Gas Company. It's been a while since he's been on this show. Scott Wharton is next here on Kill Tony, live in Austin, Texas. He literally works here. Here he comes, everybody. Here he is, everyone.
Joe Biden sniffs skins the same way I sniff a fresh bag of weed. I can't wait to hit that. It's a whole system, though. It's a two-party system, right? The two-party system is like if you had just two neighbors, and they're both registered sex offenders. But you must choose one to take your child trick-or-treating, or else you waste your Halloween. All right, that's my time, guys. Thank you so much.
Nice.
That was a good joke.
42 seconds. All right.
You look a lot like me when I was younger. Before I discovered the funny was freedom. And the joke is very funny. Very funny, Sean.
That's good. 42 seconds. That's under. You've always done good on this show, Scott. What else is going on? Update us. Give us something here.
Well, last time I was on the show, I was just visiting with Mumford from Virginia. We've moved out here now. I've been here like a year and a half. It's been a good time, dude. We had a Halloween party last night. We ate mushrooms, smoked DMT.
Okay. Very good. And you smoked the DMT, like, not out of one of the vape pens. You smoked the real stuff.
No, it was a vape pen.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how are you? Caspian C, what's good?
From the vape pen.
Waking up, brother. How are you?
Oh boy, I'm good. It was a rough night though because I had to do a hard reset on the router. But aside from that,
Oh shit.
yeah, I mean it
I
works.
passed out, man. It's fine. I wasn't there.
No issue at all. Of all the times I would have had you have passed out, it would have been then because then I didn't feel bad about it. Okay, so I so firstly I'll say that I'm gonna be catching some sleep pretty soon, because I was up doing that. But we had our first person come in here who I've been spamming on Twitch, who I was able to confirm they learned about me from Twitch, and that just made my fucking week. Not just my day, it just made my fucking week. because I didn't even know if it would happen this quickly. I mean, I don't know. The thing with Kick is I was spamming Kick before I had a Discord server, so no one had anywhere to go. Basically, I guess maybe they went to my YouTube. Well, they did go to my YouTube, and that's how I met Aiden Ross, but or how he found out about me. But I I don't think it happened that quickly. Um, I mean, it could have. Maybe it was about the same. All I know is that this guy came in here yesterday, and he was like, he was spamming or not spamming me, but just trying to be a dick to me, just like yelling, and he was saying, like, how dare you send 7 bots to my account and spam me 7 times or something like that. And when I heard that, I knew because it actually is 8 times, but and then I saw that he had a Twitch account, and he just kept yelling that, and I was like just thrilled. And then he left. Oh, he didn't leave. He just closed the call or whatever. So that just made my fucking week. If I've come to the conclusion, if we have anybody who comes in here and they're loud or just trolling or whatever, just server mute them, and we'll see what happens. There's not too much damage they can do, um, and it's happened before. Not any major ones, but there have been people who just have sent me a message like, "Hey, my friend was banned. Can you please unban them or whatever?" And if that happens, I want them to be able to communicate to me, and they can communicate to me if they come in here and just were to send me a message or something. So, um, but unless you really feel like, hey, this person's a danger to us, um, oh, or if they're under 18. If they're under 18, you can ban them. But if they're not, yeah, if they're just being loud or something, just server mute them because um, there's nothing like that I necessarily. I don't think we made a mistake on anybody. I mean, I'm sure we've banned hundreds of people at this point, so I'm sure that somebody was inadvertent or something like that. But at least this way they can, like if they really care, like if we had somebody who really cared, they would come in here, even if they were server muted, and just wait, and they would just stay in here. And after like 10 minutes, I would be like, dude, what's going on? I see that you're server muted. I'm going to server mute you, unmute you. What's going on? And they'd be like, oh yeah, I was really loud or whatever. I'm like, okay, are you going to be good? Yeah, okay, fine. Um, but yeah, but yeah, well, and it's not like they can say anything in any chats, and like really that I feel is going to be too dangerous. And but that was just my thought. If we server or I guess it's server mute. Um, I guess you could. Yeah, server mute is fine. They don't have to be server deaf, and then they hear what I'm saying. If anything, I could be like, "Hey, I'm joining the chat with a device right now. Send that person a mess. Send me a message if you really want to get unmuted or something." Um, I just don't want people to, at any point, be um, banned. I know it's going to happen where we're going to have, I mean, the only reason I think that I would ban someone is they're not 18. And that, like, one guy, Doggy, he comes in, like, he, um, he was like, I failed my driver's test or whatever, and I'm like, how old are you? So he sent me messages just like, dude, how am I able to gamble on stake if I'm not 18? I'm like, dog, if you send me your ID and I'll let you back in. If you don't send me your ID, then you look, you can just see me there. Um, I'm telling you, I'm so frustrated because this person saw my spam. I mean, it's like, okay, I've been doing it now. Let's see here. Today is the 19th. Um, I have been spamming for about two. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. About 2 weeks, because it took me like 5 or 6 days to get the bot. It's not an easy process. There's a lot of troubleshooting, as you know. There's a lot of mistakes that it makes. So for to get all the timing and everything right, it was like around January 6th or so that it really got into gear. So it's been about 2 weeks, and I can tell you that when I look at, like, I don't have time, frankly, or I don't pay enough attention to every single bot and what people say about it. But it's like they're starting to pick up on it. I sent you a couple people what they had said, nothing super major, but like,
Yeah. I was looking at those.
yeah, just like that's what I get in just about every call or every
It's a great commercial though.
yeah, exactly. That's that's the best thing that they can do. So like, what did they send? Most consistent spammer. That's the fucking best compliment you can give me. Thank you. I mean, like,
Yeah.
that tells me my shit's working, and you know who I am, and you know who I am so much that you're saying that I'm consistent at it. Like, that's great. Next person was like, bad rabbi. No, it's even like they're not replying to me as bad bot. It's like, no, bad rabbi. Okay, fine. Now I'm in your head as rabbi. Um, we'll be seeing you in the Appeals Brother '07. I don't know what that is, but okay. And then another person, by Rabbi Bot. Oh, it's the bot that also makes clips. That was a big thing because it's like, oh, I'm the only bot that they know that does spamming and clips. It's like
Yeah.
I'm different than all the other ones. And then somebody saying like bot, random bot attack. So that happened yesterday, and then the people, when the people come in, and I mean, it's already happened once with somebody who was just like, um, blah 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 blah. You're spamming me, blah blah blah. I mean, literally, the guy came in and was like, "How dare you spam me 7 times, seven times, 7 times, 7," and he did it for like 2 minutes, and I'm just sitting here celebrating because I know that I'm not spamming on any other platform, and then I looked at his profile, and he's got a I looked, and he's got social, like a Twitch, and or I don't know if it had a Twitch in his social media link, but um I looked him up on uh Twitch, and somebody goes by the name, but nevertheless, like, I know nobody else would know that I was doing that to them if they didn't find out about me from that. So that tells me, I mean, like it's really interesting to me and how sociological this is. Like, we're basically sitting on an island in the middle of the ocean, and basically like sending flares at people, like passing planes and passing boats, and they have to. I think it's called like social media jumping or social media um, trans transversing or something, where they have to go from one social media platform to another. Platform jumping, I think, is what it's called. So basically, that's not an easy thing to do because a lot of people don't have a Discord account. If you're not a huge streamer, there's no reason for you to have a Discord account. I mean, I didn't have one until like the 2020s. I wasn't on Discord in 2016, 2017, 2018. Um, and so I can see why there's been some hesitation. And then also people think I'm scamming them. Like, they don't know. If you come into the server, are you gonna have all kinds of bad stuff happen to you, and all the other things. So for it to happen within 2 weeks, that's right on track where I need it to be. Um, and now the
There are a lot of people who are very like wary of Discord because of all the bad stuff that happens here.
you're
But
100% right. Same.
it's not what Discord is intended for. And my view is that these bad things happen on every platform of the internet, and so to blame Discord is kind of silly. Like Telegram is misused. Every chat room is misused, and as long as you're not someone who misuses it, and if you're using it for the intended quote unquote purpose that you are, which I do, you know what I mean? This is a hub of connection, social media connection hub.
Absolutely. AOL Instant Messenger.
Facebook.
AOL Instant
It's
Messenger was
Messenger.
abused.
That's Messenger
Oh, definitely.
you know,
But do,
cross-platform.
do you remember AOL Instant Messenger?
Yes,
That was abused. So I mean, this has been happening since the foundation of the
that's what I'm
internet.
saying. From every level, but Discord gets a lot of heat currently.
They
That's all
do.
I really need to say.
Oh yeah, you're
Discord
absolutely right.
is currently the poster child for the problem,
I think
and I'll admit that.
I
I'll
think
admit that.
I think it's Telegram. I think Telegram has more issues than Discord does, but they're kind of in the same boat. There's a lot of anonymity to them,
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
I hear about a lot of illegal rings on Telegram and not so much on Discord. I think Discord does their best to get rid of that kind of stuff, um, but um, I don't know if Telegram's is good at it. Well, I'm in this subreddit for like it's like Discord banned me, and I like to read what people go through, and not in a vindictive way, but like how do I avoid getting banned? And I saw that somebody had said they were in. I think it's called Marvel Rivals is a game. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a very popular game on uh, Twitch. It's like the number two. Like sometimes it's the number two um,
You
category
should
for.
try to open the TikTok app on your phone.
Oh, I already have. We already went through this last night. Yeah, it started
Sorry, never mind.
at like 7 p.m. last night or something. Um, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Um, I'm all into that too.
How about that?
Oh, there you go. I'm all into that too, and like what people are trying to do to get around it with VPNs, and they're not able to get around it. I am surprised it's as. I'm surprised it happened. I really am. Um, we'll get into that. So with the Discord ban me. Okay, so Marvel Rivals. I'm not in this. I was not in this Discord server, and I don't know if it was the main Discord server for Marvel Rivals or a smaller one, but a lot of people complained. Okay, so what happened? Basically, like Marvel Rivals has, I think people just ages of all ages in there above 13, and somebody made a skin which I don't even I know what it is in games, but I mean I don't use them. But they made a skin that was a nude skin that you could use in Marvel Rivals, and somebody reported this because it was like um, it wasn't on like a child or anything, but it was just like nudity or something like that, and they banned the whole Discord, and all these people were like, "What the fuck? I lost my Discord account because I was in this like pretty well known Discord. I shouldn't have lost it for this." So Discord came back and offered all of the people who they banned because they realized that it was a little harsh. They offered them all like 4 months of Nitro or something like that because there were all these people who were like, "Is this for real?" And they had like they vetted it. Like I saw that somebody from who works at Discord went onto the Discord um, subreddit. They got a verified badge so that they could speak like on. They were vetted, like they really worked for the company just to say like all of these free nitros of these kind were legitimate. That Discord had made a mistake, and I understand, and so this is how they were trying to um, rectify it. And I understand as a user of these platforms. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, and even when we ban people, um, like I, it's a lesson to me. But like that friend of yours, or I don't want to call her a friend if she's not a friend, but like that one girl who came in that one time, who to me sounded like a
Oh
little
yeah.
boy. I would have banned. I would have been like, "How old are you?" And she would have been like, "I'm 46 years old." And I'm like, "Well, you sound like you're 16, or you sound like you're 12." And I would have banned her. Fortunately, you were there, and it was like, "Oh, okay." But I'm sure I've had a
You
situation.
can go ahead and pull this through again because she's in all that other weird shit still. So
Hey, she hasn't ever done anything wrong to me, and if she started shit in here, then fine. But um, so with that said, I really find it or found it interesting that um, these these platforms are basically pretty quick on the trigger. Okay, so that was with Discord. With TikTok, people are fucking up in arms. At least on Reddit, they're like, I will. It's not even. It's not angry. People are so sad. They're like, it's the only app I use. I don't know what I'm gonna do at work anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do on the toilet. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Like I had friends on this thing. I don't know what to do now. I mean, they're like lost because of it, and I can absolutely see that. I mean, if Instagram was banned or Facebook was banned, that would be a major hit to society, American society, and TikTok amongst Generation Z is huge. And also, I think it's very sad that many people make money off of it to provide for their families, and um, they're no longer able to do that. I mean, I use it. I was using it yesterday, right before the ban went into place. There was a guy who was streaming the playoffs, and it's easier for me. Like I can stream the playoffs on my computer, but a lot of times the it's not my internet that's bad, but whatever the stream is, wherever I'm getting it from is slow. And so if I go on TikTok though, people just put it on their TV, and then it's like a perfect feed. And that's all gone. I mean, I'm surprised that it went down the way that it did. The Trump administration has said that they're going to give them 90 days or something like that. But I'm surprised that they didn't, that they actually fucking banned it. Like, I I thought there would have been a something at the 11th hour to delay it or change it, but it was
I
like,
thought they were actually going to do it a few years ago.
well, there
They
was
were
that.
actually going to do it a few years ago. It's just like it kind of wasn't happening, and it really seemed to kind of hit in the minds of people, and so for it to actually just happen with this one, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it, and from what I've read, um, the there are people who tried to do similar things and were not able to get in. Like, but they weren't able to change everything about their account. Like they may have still had an American telephone number, or they may have still had like location settings is a big one, or just the metrics that a device has on you. It can really they know a lot about you just by you signing up. Or like if you have like an
Yeah,
iTunes if
here
if you have an
you have
iTunes
one.
if you have an iTunes store account, like they know like okay, well this person's in United States because their iTunes store account or whatever. Um, but yeah, I kind of go to it like just to see if anything has changed. Um, I want to say that like maybe a few hours before TikTok went offline, it said like TikTok is going away on January 19th or whatever, and then this message started coming up, and um, I was listening to the news and hearing like the the people who were saying that um, like it was just kind of like they were reading through like suddenly, and then all of a sudden they closed their app, reopened, and then this message pulled up. So it was like they just flipped the switch over at ByteDance, and I'm surprised how, like okay, there are all kinds of financial implications on this. Like what? If you ever have advertised on an app, which I have, you're paying sometimes for a week or a month or you know of of advertising. So like, do you get a? Are you going to get reimbursed that? Sometimes they might say that well, it wasn't shown to anyone, so we're just going to hold your like ad allocation. We won't use that. But then it's like, okay, well, what if I want a refund on what my current balance is? There's all kinds of issues with
Yeah,
that. Um, there are going to be people who, I mean, the big one is these people who make lots of money on it. I was listening to the radio, and people were like, I I make $3 per million views on Instagram, and I make $35 on TikTok. And now that's like I have to go get a job. And am I going to have to get a job full time, or is it just going to be temporary? Okay, I mean, like I'm just guessing at what it's saying. Just having used apps in the past, like I think this means proceed, but I don't know. And like it's kind of a I would be very wary of it. I created an account and deleted an account, and deleted an account and then recreated an account on it. And so I posted something. I posted just a picture of me in a suit, nothing controversial. But but the text said, Chinese MILFs holla at me. Just kind of my own humor. That's just what I do. Like that's, but I received a message and I can't read the message. And I can't even select the text to like put it in Google Translate. It's just like a message that I don't know what it says. And I'm like, well, I don't I'm not really comfortable using this app if when I post something it sends me this big fucking message and then I mean it's still on my page, so it's not like it was removed or anything and they didn't like ban my account or anything, but I don't know what this message says. And it's a lot of text. I don't know if it's like, hey, great job posting your first video, here's some tips, or if it's like you are now on the blacklist of the CCP. I have no idea what it says. I mean, and it's not even like you can select the text and put in Google Translate. So if I were you, I would hold off on that. That's just my advice. I mean, unless you're desperate to get views or something like that, but that's not even a thing. Um, but if like just use something like Instagram for right now if you're really desperate for something like that. And I know you're not. Hey, there he is, Frosty. Frosty. Thank you so much for the NFT,
You're welcome. Thanks for the message.
dog.
It was good to know you found it.
Dog, I found it. And thank you for your patience as I could get to that device. And I just want you to know that is so
Yeah.
valuable. You did not,
Yeah, I'm so right. I, I mean, it'll go up in price, so I decided to give you some. I can always buy more.
dog. It's my most
I don't know. I'd rather be Jewish, to be honest, at this point.
well. At least
So, yeah.
in terms of TikTok, it's more of a United States thing. And
Yeah, I mean, it's a United States thing, but they're running everything right now,
do you,
and they're the supposed good guys. So
do
one
you
side has to win,
do you
and they
have
can't be like
do you have TikTok in India?
Sorry,
Do you have TikTok in India?
it's banned here. Yeah,
Okay, so what happens? Well, I guess you can't even install it, so you wouldn't even know what it looks like. It's very much like Instagram, but okay,
yeah,
so we're in the same boat. So all our countries have banned TikTok.
yeah.
Okay, well, it's one of those things that I feel that I don't know if it's going to be permanent in the United. I know it's not going to be permanent. There's too much money involved that some third party will either buy it or they will loosen the regulations on it to some extent. Um, I personally kind of
I think they're gonna go. I think it's like a symptom because I brought up about distancing because it's a symptom of what's gonna happen in America when these Christian nationalists finally get full control over everything. They're gonna pretend like everyone's watching YouTube and they're enjoying the order and shit.
okay,
And that's how it's gonna be for a while. Like, and then they'll do something else. They're all like, they're the worst type of people you'll ever meet, Christians. But that's how, and then the media says stuff like, they'll have these people talking on a podium about how being a Christian man and this and that. And I just, I just like, it kind of fucking gets to me. I mean, the stuff on YouTube and the way they use people, you know? I mean,
they're kind of like disguised almost. You know, they have hatred for everyone. They have hatred for Jews, for black people, everyone. They like imbibe everything that is right wing, and that's the gist of the story. And then everything else just becomes fad, right? Because like their old trend, your trend, our trend, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with the United States in terms of this new
I
presidency.
think they're gonna. I think you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna go full throttle on this shit, and there could be massive repercussions when they have to fucking fall down a cliff. You know.
Okay, definitely could happen.
I'm I'm just saying, like the the Jews seem live everywhere or something like that. Because the you know what these people do is they ingrain it so much into themselves that it starts to take over their uh, ability to just be wicked like the rest of everyone, you know. So you know, if they were Christian, they'd be a criminal in jail. But since they are Christian, they're kind of like backstory, you know.
All right.
So then that's exactly what's happening, and I mean, like all the anti-Semitism is is most likely the culmination of like years or decades of Christianity.
Oh, it's a complicated matter, but I can tell you that it is something that with which we live on a daily basis. We face
Yeah,
it, and we just have to have
I
thick,
know, I know.
thick skin and not let it get to us.
Yeah, skin on the game. Yeah,
There is a
I know, but
there's a phrase that I like. Uh, Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. Meaning, say whatever you want to me. I don't care. You can threaten me. You can yell at me. You
yeah,
can curse me. You can cuss at me. Those are just words. They're not going to do anything to me. It's when you actually make physical contact with me that's when we have an issue. But say whatever you want to me. It's your right under the First Amendment, basically, to say whatever you want. Um, and then the other
yeah.
thing is kill them with kindness. So when people are mean to you,
Conversations are also kind of simple. Conversations are also kind of simple. But if you're a complex person, you're still gonna lose in a very simple conversation or with simple people, you know,
right?
supposed simple people. So, well, what you have to do is you have to be able to uh, tell them, like, you know, like this piece of stuff is lies. Like, I don't know if it's lies, we should propound it more. I don't know how that works as like a working story. It doesn't make too much sense. I mean, maybe it does make some sense if you're trying to help them with life, but how are you trying to help them with life when all you can do is lie, right? So yeah,
There you go, big dog.
I just have a kind of hatred for uh, how they pretend like you know everyone outside of their pathways as a person, especially in USA, they do this a lot. It's a good thing. I mean, it keeps everyone in line, but I don't know how like you can just say you were just born into everything and everything just fell into you like on your supposed person.
I get what you're saying. I
But yeah,
look, we I could have been born in India. You could have been born in the United States. I could have been black. You could have been black.
yeah,
You know, anything could have happened. I could have been Asian. You could have been European. Whatever. It's just kind of how the dice were rolled, and you just play the cards that you're dealt.
yeah.
And
I know,
if you
I
are
know.
do your
Yeah,
best to be nice to people, treat others the way that you want to be treated, that's pretty much the golden rule globally, and whatever your background is, if you can abide by that, then generally you're going to have a positive impact on society. All right, and other topics.
That's the gist of it. Yeah.
On other topics,
Another topic.
I have another topic.
Another time, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I told you I made a bot, actually three of them on Twitch, like I made on Kick, and these bots. I was telling Caspian Sea, like I was really excited that one day somebody's gonna come into this Discord and say, "Hey, quit spamming me," and it happened yesterday, which tells me that my bots are working. Basically, people comment about me and about my bots, but also that to get somebody from a random stranger off the internet to send them a message and get them to come in here is a huge win for me. It tells me that my strategy's working, and I just need to continue to utilize it.
Yeah, it is.
And
What you need to do is, I think we talked about this last time, right? I told you some stuff, and you were like, "Yeah, maybe I'll consider that." But what I was telling you was that you could. I'm trying to recall what I said last time. I told you like, what if you just somehow push for like what do you call actual awareness about internet things and stuff on the internet. Push for like, I saw you in an interview and I remember you were saying like, I'm bring all these things all together. Like you're trying to like propound some sort of like communication between people, right? Like on the internet. So that works. You can influence that if by just raising people's awareness about the internet and stuff like that. And I think very often what happens is people confuse a lot of things with mental health sometimes. Most of the time it's mental health. I think you should actually tell people
hey, just
that
just one
you know
moment,
there's a
Frosty.
sort of like,
Just one moment, Frosty.
yeah.
They're talking about me in this Twitch server.
All right, cool.
Just one moment.
Yeah, but you get the gist of it.
Absolutely, I do. Okay. Um. Thank you. They're talking about me. They're talking about my bots. That's that's phenomenal for me. So yeah, that's really good. Um. The fact that they're talking about me is one.
Who is talking about you?
These Twitch streamers. This guy's name is
Yeah.
Horatius the Dwarf, and he has like 250 people watching him right now, and his whole chat was talking about me.
Yeah.
So that makes my fucking day, man. When I find out that
What were they saying?
I'll tell you in a second. Just one moment.
Yeah.
Just one moment, Frosty. I just have to adjust this device. I'm here. Just one moment. Just one moment. I'm here. Just adjusting. Just adjusting. Okay, I'm back. Um, they were saying that they needed to ban me right away, and they did. And they were like, "What was?" Somebody was like, "What was that?" And they're like, "Oh, it's no big deal." And then another guy was like to the streamer, "You're getting pretty big if you're starting to get bots," and that's arguable. I mean, um, I do spam some pretty big streamers, but I also the the key for me to spam, of course, I want to spam the most populated people, but a lot of times they have defense mechanisms that don't allow me to spam them as much as I want. But there's like a sweet spot of people who have between like 25 people watching them and 500 people watching them, where they don't have a lot of defense mechanisms, and I'm a lot of times able to spam them a lot. So that's good. That just makes my fucking day when um, people are aware of what I'm doing, and I mean, I've only been doing it for 2 weeks. Imagine what it'd be at 2 months, and hopefully I wouldn't have to do it for 2 years. But basically, I'm very well known on Kick,
Yeah.
as you know. I utilize this strategy, and the reason why I didn't go viral on Kick is just it's not that many people. But Twitch has a much bigger audience, so I will continue
Yeah.
grinding, putting in the work, and yeah, so that's good. All right, Frosty. I had a very late night. I had to reset my router, so I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm gonna turn on.
All right.
I'm gonna play Kill Tony. Feel free to listen to it if you want. Um,
All right.
and
Cool.
if
One
you
last thing before you go to sleep.
sure,
I was just thinking about how, you know, uh, you, me, and everyone who is against like stuff that Ivan is right now, we're also against, we're also like completely for uh, just, pushing through to like more order and more what do you call like if something works then it has to keep working, and if something is like if there's some sort of order on something then you need to reinforce that order, and then you start to realize like you, you we've been like pushing this stuff like all the time, right?
right?
Just pushing it on and on, where you kind of say like okay this works as a sort of whatever ideology it is, and then you just keep pushing it forward more and more until you start to realize like you put so much faith into this, and it's a political thing in USA, I guess. I don't know. It's sort of like none of it really works in there. I don't know how like there's some sort of bridge gap or something by just because YouTube is on this whole other dimension of shit, like where they just keep letting these people continue doing what they're doing. Because the other outcome is that we just watch like entertainment and tourist stuff. I don't know. That's supposedly the other outcome. So
Okay,
I don't know if the tide will shift, but that's about it for me. I just wanted to let you know, like we're not exactly on the winning side because we're I don't know if they're the winning side because I don't think they can do much. I think all they do is talk a lot and uh, kind of propound the opposite of whatever everyone else is thinking from like the LGBT community or whatever. I mean, I write stuff that is also uh, kind of encouraging that whole sentiment because Jordan Peterson does this a lot. He always encourages the sentiment propounded by these right wing people is that you just like yeah, you keep reinforcing the system until you convince enough people about certain things, and in this way you're doing your best to confer on them the individuality that you need to have, right? But see, the thing is, we're not here for that. We're not here to tell people like you can be someone and stuff, because
if they could be someone, they would be someone. So it's a very uh, convoluted kind of thing that's happening right now, and I don't think it'll ever stop. But it might. I don't know. It could eventually. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. That's about it.
I don't
But
think
I think
anybody
we're gonna
does.
have to wait through this. Yeah, weigh in. We're gonna have to weigh in through this entire thing, like with some sort of focus. That's what I've been doing at least. But I never thought that it was like the wrong way to go on everything. But the more I start to see the news and shit like that, I'm like, literally, like these people do not care at all. So yeah.
Excellent, man. All right. Well, here's some Kill Tony, my friend, and
All right,
and
buddy. I'll see you later.
excellent.
I'm gonna
Come back
go
later
there,
today.
smoke a cigarette.
Come back later today when you
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
Excellent.
Morning. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Take care, buddy. Thank you again.
Good night. Good night. Bye.
Good night. Thank you. Bye
You're
bye.
welcome. Bye.
I was just
Hey,
chilling,
there's
dude.
Smoke.
Chilling, playing
How
poker.
you doing,
I've
big
got
dog?
some very important news for
Tonight
you.
I intend to die.
What's the important news?
Well, I went into you know how your camera don't work in Socialize, and you can't hear anything from your end because they've permanently muted you. They've also raised the level to 20 that you have to turn your camera on, and you are nowhere near 20. They've permanently muted your account now. I've gone through the commands and I've done a bit of snooping. They've permanently muted your account, and don't get why.
No,
They've
I'm at
raised
level
the level.
20 in Socialize.
Yeah, but you still can't turn your camera on, which is weird. The weird thing is just doing the circle motion, like mine does when I pause the stream.
Oh, that could be just because it's on a. I don't have it on a very strong
So when I moved out to Austin,
device.
he's like, "You just
That
plug
could
your
be it.
phone in here,
I got you.
and
Mm.
that's it."
They're always trying to get you, man. But
100%, dog.
Every answer to a
How are
yeah,
question
things
has
in
because
to
your
be
neck of the woods, big dog?
detective.
nothing much. I'm
We're
just
like,
in
we're
bed.
just trying to get to the
Still in
bottom of
bed,
this
and it's
body we
4:20 in the
found in your
afternoon.
apartment.
There you
It's a
go.
lazy
Well,
day for
then
a
you
Sunday.
know what it's time to do.
Mm.
You know that they banned TikTok in the United States?
That's risky business.
Yep.
How did it turn out? Is there a lot of like animals running around and stuff?
But
Does he have a snake?
Trump goes into
No,
office
he doesn't have
tomorrow.
a snake. I'm the weird
That
one.
he's
I'm the
gonna
one that doses people with
say you,
mushroom sleep.
Caspian. Love you,
I'm the
dude.
weird one, not him. He's pretty normal.
You're the
But no,
weird one.
I'm the fucked up one.
Rabbi, Trump's going into office tomorrow officially, and the reason why they got banned on TikTok, well, the whole of the US got rid of TikTok, was to try and make him look good. Because I guarantee when he goes into office tomorrow, he's going to raise the ban and get everyone on TikTok again. Going to make him look good.
Well, he does have a 90-day
People sell
like
T-shirts.
extension that he can utilize.
You do that a lot. You ever get in trouble for that?
Yeah, but he
No,
wants.
because
I
this
don't
girl
like
asked,
Trump,
and I would
but
never sell drugs.
he's going to put a stop to the
I don't
We
know.
have
Ukrainian
good
war,
news
which is
for you.
the
There's
biggest thing
actually
we
an
need. We
off-duty
need it to
police
stop.
officer here
Putin
tonight.
doesn't like Trump for one reason and one reason only.
No,
Trump gets shit done when he needs
I
to
never
get
got
it done.
funds for distribution or anything like that.
Okay.
Apart from him being a prick
Where do you
and all the
usually get your
evidence
drugs
against
from?
him, he's a good guy when it comes to getting shit done.
Depends on what his questions.
He's
I
probably
mean,
the only president who's actually got shit
I'm
done
not
over
gonna
the
tell you
years.
my dude's name, but Brent.
First of all, I'm not Tony. I'm Alec Baldwin.
Oh,
Hopefully this
And let
war
me
goes
say,
to an
your
end.
questions aren't the
I'm
only
in
thing
agreement
that are
with you on
broken
that
in
one.
my world. You understand?
Did you see the battling curse I told you about 3 days ago? No, 3 days now, which is today. It's been all over the news.
Oops, I
Massive
accidentally
battling
killed a
curse
guest.
of North Korean and Russian soldiers against Ukrainian soldiers. We still whoop their ass.
Take all my Alec Baldwin jokes for right back.
The reason why TikTok, the reason why
Alright,
you're not
so,
seeing it on the
well,
main
what's your
news
love
is
life like?
because
You look like the kind of guy
TikTok
that
ban
looks
has
so
gone
much
all
like a
over
girl
the
that you can
internet,
kind
and
of look in
it's
the mirror
shadowed
and
a lot of
sort of like close
Ukrainian
your eyes
people.
and jerk off to yourself.
yeah, no.
The
Like,
Gaza
you like really
ceasefire
close your
begins.
eyes tight. You just see the outline of the hair and
If I
stuff.
fuck,
You're like,
if I
oh.
fuck it back, I'm good looking.
Tuck it back, you're good looking?
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, no.
Hold on. So, what's going
Well,
on?
yeah,
Do you have like a.
you know how
I'm
there's like a
single.
2 day
My last
ceasefire,
relationship was
but
in
they're now
July.
fighting
I've been
again.
with a couple girls since then, mostly fat girls in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Woo!
They're not
that's
called
funny.
fat. They're called confident. girls in San Antonio.
My God. Perhaps the greatest joke in the history of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
It's definitely the funniest thing Amy Schumer's ever said. So.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh,
It really is incredible. Amy Schumer's
yeah.
absolutely destroying.
Any girls in San Antonio or strippers in Austin that I met on Hinge. So that.
Okay, let's go back for a second. When you're in San Antonio, where do you tend to meet these big, voluptuous women?
Usually at a restaurant somewhere. I'm not taking them to the gym, Tony. Let's be honest.
Right. Okay. All right, Scott. Well, how do you like working here at Vulcan Gas
Oh,
Company?
dude, I fucking love it. Working here is like such a treat.
What were you doing in Virginia?
Selling drugs.
Oh, yeah, how could I forget? Hands to everything with you and selling drugs. I can't believe I fell for that again.
It's my choice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, if you want, you could close out the secret show, sir.
Wow, look at that.
Should I do it? Should I fucking do it?
You already have a joke book, right? Ladies and gentlemen, there he is. You know where to buy drugs after the show. Scott Wharton, everybody. All right. Back to the bucket we go. Make some noise for Jesse Childry. Jesse Childry? You guys having fun out there? How many of you like it when comedians do good on the show? How many of you like it when comedians do bad on the show? All right. This is Jesse Childry.
What's up, guys? I know I look like I work security, but I am just a large brown boy. I've been very thankful for life here lately and things that are going on with me, and I've been trying to kind of rub that off on other people. I was hanging out with my mom, just noticing everything that was being done for her, like the house was clean, her husband's bringing her dinner, and she's sexually satisfied. That's sick. So I was like, damn, you're killing it, Mom. That's awesome. I wish I had a husband. Um, oh, that's right. My friend was coming over the other day, and he got a new ride. I was like, damn, dude, you're killing it. Got new sick wheels. What are those, 20 inches? I wish my legs didn't work. Uh, and I was at the gym the other day, and my friend was lifting. He's super strong, super fast, and he can fucking dance like no other. I was like, damn, dude, wish I was black.
Okay, Jesse Childry, everyone. All right, Jesse, let's talk about it. How long you been doing stand-up?
32 years. No, that's my first time.
First time ever. Very good. I can tell. The dead stare at the front of the stage is a very big giveaway. What made you want to do this today? How old are you?
30 years old.
30 years old. You just had your first time on stage. Why did it happen today?
I'm a big fan of the show, and I kind of always wanted to try it, and I figured if I bomb here, it can't get any worse.
That's true. That's true. You are correct. It cannot get any worse than doing nothing. How do you feel like it went?
Decent?
Yeah.
I think it went decent for my first time. I've seen a lot of other people fall on their face, so I maybe tripped a bit.
What ethnicity are you again?
Mexican and white.
Mexican and white. Okay.
As a fellow Mexican woman, I want to say hola.
You live here in Texas?
No, sir, I'm visiting.
Visiting from where?
Evansville, Indiana.
Evansville, Indiana. Interesting. How'd you make it up thing they love more than a Mexican dancing like an Irish.
That's not far away.
Jesse, what do you got in your fanny pack? Let's play a little game called What's in That Fanny Pack. We have to know.
Nothing to.
Oh shit, there's the wallet. Alright, here we go. There's a lot of keys. He's definitely Mexican. We got chapstick. What the fuck is that? Is that a garage door opener?
Headphones.
What?
Headphones.
Oh, those are headphones.
Yeah.
Wow, you got your whole phone charger here with you. Says a lot about a man that brings it on the road with him. You have to charge. You have to charge in places often. What's your phone battery at right now? If you had to guess.
Probably like 50, 60, something like that. I knew I was coming here and it was gonna be locked up, so I could save it though. So.
All right.
That's just like the normal chapstick flavor, right? Like you didn't get anything special. You don't like to treat yourself.
What kind of serial killer gets fucking plain chapstick?
It says fraud. That's funny because it's racist. That's why it's funny. See?
It's a good amount of keys. What's the second set of keys for?
The rental car.
Oh, rental car.
Where'd you steal that from? The rental company.
Okay, what's the rental car? What kind of car did they give you?
Toyota Camry or Corolla or something like that.
Very good. What's your love life like, Jesse?
Single as fuck. Nothing going on with that really.
Really? Yeah. You ever do any jujitsu with any ladies?
I have.
You ever get sexual pleasure out of it?
No.
No.
Do any ladies beat you up because women are just as strong as men?
Women are usually stronger.
And if you don't, it's what it is. That's a biological fact. If you don't believe me, you can ask my accountants.
You could probably beat my ass.
That is true. Jesse, any special skills or talents that you have?
Just jujitsu.
Just jujitsu?
Just jujitsu.
Really? That must be something. You've never done anything else? You can't like bend a finger all the way back or something freaky?
I can bend somebody else's finger all the way back.
Oh shit! Wow. All right. All right, Jesse. Well, very, very interesting. What scares you? You're a tough guy. What are you afraid of? Is there something weird?
Nothing weird or too deep. Probably like the impermanence that we're gonna die and like my family's gonna die. Nothing really funny.
Yeah.
Impermanence.
When I'm just asking for the police, when are they going to die exactly? Do you know, or that sounded a little bit. The family's going to die Thursday around 11 o'clock.
Oh my goodness, that's one of my favorite answers ever. Impermanent. The knowledge that we're all going to die. Very interesting. Very honest answer.
I don't know if there's what else should you be afraid of?
The dark?
Why?
No, I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, D-Matty.
Tell them. I love blind men and they love me.
Hell yeah. Jesse, congratulations. Here's a joke book to put with other things that you have. Put that in your fanny pack, along with your plain chapstick, phone charger, bottle opener. There goes Jesse.
Can Amy Schumer get a bottle of water or an entire brisket? It's your choice. It's the choice of the house. It's the house's choice.
Yeah, we need water up here.
All right. We're hoping, yeah. Let's get one of our regulars up here, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is a legend on the show. Unbelievable writer, performer, roaster. This is David Lucas, everybody. Yeah, an amazing minute.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. David Lucas
Told
looking good, my friend. I love this. Dressing like Julius Caesar is the closest you've ever come to eating a salad before in your life. How do you look like both a Roman and the Colosseum at the same time?
Dressing like a man is the closest you ever became to not being gay. The fuck up out of here. Yo, you Alec Baldwin, more like Alec Balls and Dick.
What? What?
That motherfucker got a Regis Spielberg wig on, motherfucker.
Regis Spielberg?
Whatever that nigga name, you know Regis.
Oh my god.
Your ass got a lightly used turbo pad on your head, nigga.
Oh. Not all of us can have that fucking Bert and Ernie hair that you have going on. You're like Bert and Ernie.
You you dress like a secret agent that only investigate gay murders.
Well,
That motherfucker say, Tony say, fuck a fingerprint, let me see the rectum. That motherfucker Tony collect poop samples.
I do not collect poop samples.
No, poop
Oh, okay.
with a P. Poop.
I do collect those. You're right. I do.
That wig ain't shit, boy. Your ass.
I love it. So how did you get this costume? Did you just wake up like this after eating gyros all night? What thick white girl was out there missing a bed sheet this morning?
Tony, you Tony,
Oh my jeez.
Tony, you a serial killer. You kill straight men for their clothes. Fuck up out of here. Boy, your ass is dressed like a limo driver, bitch. Right this way, sir.
That's right.
And then you pat that nigga on the ass when he get his suitcase.
It's true. I'm a limo driver. That's why I love you. You're stretched black as it gets. Oh shit, we made it to the chorus.
Yes. Stretch black is what you do when a nigga come to your house.
Son of a bitch.
Tony, you gonna take that tie off later and get tied up with it to the bedpost. Tie my feet up, they cold.
That is extra funny. My feet do get cold very
Bro,
easily. I have an electric blanket
you
that
got the
covers.
wig of a Minnesota high school principal.
Your outfit's good though. Your outfit's good. I like this green thing for you. You look like Aphrodite.
Tony, the way I'm dressed, we would have put you to death, BC, for being gay, nigga.
Yeah,
They
right.
would have beheaded your ass in front of 1,000 people.
Yeah. The only thing you're beheading is you'll be heading to what would have hurt. Stupid. Stupid.
Tony, you was on
I've heard of the mighty 300, but your scale said 4 when you.
Tony, you was on Rainy Street shooting candy out your ass like a basketball t-shirt. Who wants some Twix? Lining it up, nigga. Shoot Tootsie Pops out your ass. That motherfucker put an eye out earlier. That's why he was late.
Oh my god. Wow. Incredible. You want trick or treating tonight?
No, but you are. You gonna be the trick.
Son of a bitch.
I can't wait to take this bullshit off.
Where did you get it? Where did
They know Waldo is.
I know where Waldo is.
Yeah, you
I know where gay Waldo is.
in your ass.
Yeah. I'm like, where is? Oh, there he is.
Tony got a part to get him out.
Oh yeah.
Tony, I know you can do drugs more, but you can put 100 pounds on that ass.
Well, I mean, I don't think you can do that joke if each one of your butt cheeks weighs 100 pounds, David. It's not really fair. I love this.
Yeah, bro.
I love it.
Yeah, bro. We got you.
You're absolutely killing it. An unbelievable minute, an unbelievable interview. You're an unstoppable force. Truly, one of the top young rising comedians in the world.
Thank you.
Amy, did you have anything for David?
My name is Amy Schumer. I'm a black woman. I just want to say Black Power. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody who got shows on my Winnipeg show, we 70% sold out, man. I'm there the whole week of Thanksgiving in Winnipeg at Rumble Comedy Club. Get them tickets, y'all.
There you go. Get the tickets. David Lucas Comedy. DavidLucasComedy.com for tickets. Back to the bucket we go. You guys still having fun out there, huh? If you guys want some drinks, you should get the fucking. They have a special shot tonight called the Alec Baldwin.
What is it?
It's just an actual shot. You get shot. All right, your next comedian goes by the name of Nick Tibbetts, everyone. Nick Tibbetts. Here he comes. He's ready to go. Here he is. Make some noise for Nick, everybody.
I work a blue-collar job, which sucks, but it allows me to drive a company truck, which is great. Company truck is all the joy of having a truck, but none of the responsibility. Kind of like watching after a kid you're not related to. As long as you think it looks the same as when you gave it to me, we're square. But you don't know what I do with that truck. Much like you don't know what I did with that baby. Could have partied with that baby. And you would have no idea unless you drug tested that baby. Now you're coming at me all wrong. Like, my baby tested positive for weed and cocaine. And I'm like, your baby had coke and held out on me? Punk ass baby.
Nick Tibbetts, everyone. Welcome, Nick.
Thank you.
How are you? Where are you visiting from?
I was born here.
You were born and raised here in Austin,
Yes,
Texas.
sir.
Absolutely incredible. How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 6 months.
6 months. What made you start now? How old are you?
27.
Yep.
I wanted to for a while, but just, doing other shit.
Okay.
So finally
Like
got
what?
around
What were you
to it.
doing?
I dropped drugs and,
Why drugs?
all of the joys that life has to offer.
Amy, do you ever do any drugs?
First of all, your set triggered me because when people in high school and college used to fuck me, they said they were driving the company truck. I'm also offended you did your own material. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I wanted you to have something new to choose from.
Yeah. I love it. Nick, so what is the job that you do exactly?
I'm a natural gas technician.
Okay.
Yeah.
Natural gas technician.
I'm an addict fucking around with water heaters a lot. That's about it.
Okay. All right.
Just another white male job.
Another
white dude with a beard. Another white guy in a truck.
Yeah.
Trying to blow up shit. That's right.
Is your job a little bit dangerous at times?
Yeah, if you're dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're not dumb. What are some dumb things that you've done before in your life? You're 27 years old. You're from Austin, Texas, the birthplace of ketamine.
for about 10 miles, and when I said no, she started screaming she was gonna die. And then we did a U-turn. She said, "Hey, right here's fine," and an underpass. And then she got out and she screamed, "I love you," and slammed my door and just sprinted into the woods. So
There was
women are amazing. Yeah, women are literally amazing in everything they do. Power to my sisters.
So she asked for a ride downtown, and then she ran into the woods.
Yeah, well, we didn't make it downtown. We were like probably after 22, 22. And she said, "This is fine," because anywhere really was fine.
Right. Yeah. She was definitely homeless. That checks out. Okay. So tell us, Austin, Texas. You're born and raised here. We don't get to speak to many people that are from here all the way. Tell us your thoughts. What's going on? How do you notice the city changing?
It's great, man. I didn't used to know so much about Tulsa, Oklahoma, but all we're getting these are telling me all about the fun of your hometown.
There's a lot of people from Tulsa coming in.
Just any town.
The natural gas industry.
Just any town that doesn't matter. People are coming here from there.
From Tulsa.
Austin's mattered for 13 minutes, so just try to. And I've been here for all of them. I've enjoyed it. No, I know. It's great. It's a transitional period. I like to call it. Come and take it to come.
Okie dokie. Nick, you are one of the cleanest white people we've ever had on the show. Tell us something that's multicultural about you. What do you think the
Yeah, say something multicultural right now. You Nazi piece of shit. Oh my god. Something multicultural.
What do you think the blackest thing about you is?
My best friend's black.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So where did you find this black best friend?
High school.
All right.
It was like 3-4 months ago. I went over there and
what's his?
I'm 27, so that would be illegal. Yeah, no. The high school though, 9th grade.
Is he a real black friend, or is he just an Austin guy who happens to have black skin? What's his first name? Joshua?
Julius.
No, it's okay. Julius counts. Let's check in with our resident black guy between two white friends here. Here he is. Here's Ethan, everybody. Ethan is here, everyone. Elliot's the black man. There's a real black guy behind him just watching everything that's happening right now. He better not misrepresent us. Oh shit! A black police officer. Oh my god. Wow. The rare black police officer. God damn, I don't know where this night's gonna take you, my friend, but it's gonna be interesting. If your knee ends up on your neck by the end of the night, I'm gonna be amazed. That is incredible. It's gonna be interesting to see how much he commits to the costume once the tequila sets in. Okay. Nick, I feel like I didn't get something rock solid out of you. Is there something that you've accomplished in your life? Any special skill, talent? You have a...
I got a pretty solid Jesse Bateman impression.
Okay.
Do it. Yeah, okay. Happy Halloween, bitch. Mr. White. Jesse Pinkman, that's my name. Mr. White.
Wow.
I stand by that regardless.
Absolutely.
I'll get it on the next one.
Absolutely. Nick, congratulations on a fun appearance. There's a little joke book for you. Little Kill Tony joke book made by the great Bonsai. Real handmade leather. Uh-oh, standing over from Elliot. Little boy that plays the dentist in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation. All right. Okay. everybody.
Rabbi.
One more time for Robert.
I'm not a very religious man, but ever since Roe v. Wade was overturned, I've been praying a lot more. Like, I've never wanted to shoot blanks this badly, even more than Alec Baldwin. I went to a pro-choice rally, and one of the barriers I heard for women is the cost of abortion. And I thought this presented a unique bargaining opportunity for credit card companies. For some mistakes you can't undo. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Insert the chip in the slot, eject the fetus from the slit.
Oh.
Capital One, what's in your pussy?
Oh, man.
Not a me.
Ew.
Robert Ball.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good, Robert. Very good. How's it going? This is your first time on the show, correct?
Yeah.
Clearly, by the way you're dressed and your attitude, you're visiting from Connecticut.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy link
I'm actually from Dallas,
in the
Texas.
browser.
Okay.
Yeah, do it like that. Yeah. Now, I'm not that fucking stupid.
I love it, Robert.
I
We're
am
very,
stupid.
very, very
Well,
happy. You live in Dallas still?
No, I'm in Austin now.
Okay, when did you move here?
I love the
About
power
a year
of
ago.
Google.
Okay. A year ago. What do you do for work?
Software engineer.
Software again. Either people are selling software or hard drugs. It's incredible.
Yeah. One of the two.
A theme tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're out here slinging software.
Right.
Amy, you saw
Right,
that
I'm
set.
gonna be
I mean,
back.
that was
I'm
really,
gonna be back.
really
I like those abortion jokes so much, Netflix is giving me $30 million to tell them next month. You have a Patagonia vest on. It's a very white male terrorist supremacist of you.
It really is. You are trying your hardest to be one of Donald Trump's sons. It's incredible. It's like it's how rich kids try to mix in with the humans. Where do you get a shirt like that? Grandma buy that for you for Christmas or something?
Yeah, that's dead on.
Really? Your grandma got it for you for Christmas? It's been a long time we've been doing this.
Yeah.
Incredible. Your parents are still together?
Yeah, that's dead on as well.
I do as good of an impression of you as the last guy did of Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, really.
And I've known you for 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think yours is better.
I think so too. Force is strong with this one.
Thank you.
So Robert, tell us more about you. What else are you into? Tell us some things we'd be surprised to know about Robert Ball.
What are some of your hobbies? Drowning immigrants? What do you like to do?
Paying for every flights, I guess.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite race? Alright.
I like them all equally.
Oh, very good.
Filipino. Oh, sorry.
Alright, Robert, you're from Dallas. Your parents are still up there?
Yes, sir.
What do they do?
My dad owns his own business. He rents photography equipment.
Okay.
But not like.
How about mom? What does she do?
Just stay at home. She's an artist.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
One brother, one sister.
Are they more successful than you?
Not really, no.
Yeah. What do they do?
Just common jobs.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No. Actually, I was gonna say I've been in a serious relationship like 10 years. So.
Wow. Why do you think that is? Because you walk around like a goofball going after.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Hey, you want to go on a date? I want to take you somewhere extra fun.
No, it's just a bunch of fun.
You ever been on a date with a white machine gun before? Have you always laughed like that?
I guess so. I haven't really noticed.
That is incredible.
Thank you.
Oh my everything normal here? Has it always been there? You've always had that?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Has anyone ever pointed it out that it's a little bit fucking serial killer-esque?
No, not really. I guess they've been too scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might follow them home.
It's hard for them to respond when there's duct tape over their mouth. You know? How you doing back there? What do you think about my laugh? Oh, you don't have much to say now. Alright. Very interesting, Robert.
Yeah.
What are you wearing to sleep? You have a robe? I feel like you have a robe. I feel like you have your own robe. I don't bring this up very often in interview portions, but I feel like you have your own robe. Am I close to correct on this?
No.
You have a pair of pajamas with a hat. You carry around a candle. You have a sleeping hat. You carry around a candle before bed.
No.
No. I imagine it would go out pretty easily. Just blow out his own candle. What do you sleep in? Your underwear?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of underwear do you wear?
Calvin Klein.
Whoa. Thank you for the underwear, Grandma. Oh my goodness. Alright. Robert, very fun times. Congratulations. You ended on a big applause break there, so I'm going to give you one of these big Tony jokes.
Thank you.
I expect you to fill that up with great jokes, and then when it's filled up all the way, come give it to Amy Schumer. She's going to know what to do with it from there.
Thank you.
There goes Robert Ball, everybody. Yeah. Did we hear anything from our little friend?
We need more women.
I know, right?
We need more women.
Still on the plane. Gonna have to catch numerous shit. Not gonna make it, unfortunately.
Women are the funniest people. And they...
You guys think we should go to this bucket one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
William Montgomery got stuck in Hawaii. Yeah, so he's not gonna make it here tonight. I'm sorry. Alright, deep in the bucket I reach. Make some noise for Chewy, everybody! Chewy. I know Chewy. Here he comes. Chewy. Come on, Chewy. Here he comes. Here he is, everybody. One more time for Chewy, everyone.
I have this fascination with beautiful tattooed women. And good ink on a woman can be a great conversation starter. But I'll admit that sometimes the conversation gets a little bit awkward when I finally get around to asking her if I can lick her tattoos. I love licking women. I don't have any tattoos myself, but if I did, I'd get some. Maybe it's old Amy Schumer from Drive.
Oh, okay. That's right. Amy Boomer.
Yeah.
Chewy, remind us, what do you do for a living? Where are you from?
I'm an electrician out in the oil fields in West Texas.
Okay, an electrician. So that's how you got hair like that, being shot repeatedly. In the oil fields of Texas.
Right.
Okay.
Way.
What kind of truck do you have?
I have a work truck or a personal truck. You know the personal truck.
Damn.
You know the personal truck.
Damn. Right now there's young people in California listening to this podcast thinking, what the fuck is going on in Texas?
Hey.
How many fucking trucks do they need?
Well, in my case, too.
Right. Yeah.
You know what personal truck I have, Tom?
I don't know what personal truck you have.
Chevy Silverado.
Goddamn right. Absolutely. Silverado.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
And what's your
work truck is F-250.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I'm forced to drive that. So.
Some stripper in the corner said your truck's garbage. That's incredible. Red rose and yellow rose here in Austin, Texas. Chewy, what else about your life? Any work
feel Mexico.
And we should give it back.
You should.
It should go back to the Mexicans, and I should lead them with my big punch.
Oh shit. Alright, Chewy, you're absolutely adorable. We love you. Congratulations. You got pulled up again. There goes Chewy, everybody. I don't know. You guys think we should go to this bucket one more time?
Which is a little messed up because I thought we were supposed to pity those that are genetically less inferior. I think most of y'all feel that way about the black community. Look, these aren't my views. I stand with y'all, okay? Trust me, because we have two things in common. One, I've been shot, and two, the white man refuses to advocate for me. I'll whip him out. Don't tempt me. But, you know, it's funny because the white man won't advocate for me because one, I cry when people look at me for too long, and two, I'm obsessed with trans. In the form of porn. Thank you.
Amazing to be too racist for this show. Like that's an amazing bar. That's impressive in and of itself. That if she did something, the audience was like, wait, what? On this show.
Hard to do.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
Hard to do. Happy Halloween, Chloe. Clearly you're heroin addicted Wednesday Addams tonight. Very exciting.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just me asking for commitment. That seemed to scare off my ex, so.
Okay. And your ex-boyfriend's actually
He's actually here.
What did you ask him to commit to? The Capitol riot? Come on!
How long did you guys date for?
We dated for about 6 months.
6 months. And then what happened? How did it end?
He just was scared of commitment, had some things that he needs to work on, but it was a good breakup. We're still real close, good friends. He'll forever be my favorite comedian, and it's not because I sucked his dick.
Wow. You said that like you did it one time and one time only.
Yeah, he paid me for it.
For you what?
He paid me for it.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're a hooker.
All right. Very good. So Chloe, how long have you known stand-up comedy?
For about 7 months.
7 months. So you were doing it for 1 month, you met him, and the rest is history.
And then I supported his career, and then.
Right. Okay. How long has he been doing stand-up? Much longer than you?
Yeah, I think about 7 to 8 years
Oh
now.
shit. Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm a nanny.
All right.
Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. Let's back that up. Let's back that up. Let's roll that back. Run it back. You met with a family, and they said we have
Humans on their toes sound like. Humans on their toes sound like. So Chloe, what do you do for? You seem young. How old are you?
I'm 45.
Right. What do you do for fun? What does a 25-year-old like you do?
Besides trying not to kill myself.
All right. Okay.
No, but I mean, I do stand up. I do digital art on the side. I've actually done some pieces of you and Joe Rogan. So.
Okay. Yeah. So is a lot of. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So is a lot of. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. So you've just drawn these.
I've done digital art, so I actually posted it on Kill Sony Reddit, and it blew up. So.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So she's
really in
fuck yeah. She's working with Kanye West right now on a new line of
I actually love the Jews.
Yeah.
You do? Have you ever met one?
Yeah. What do you call an autistic Jew?
What?
What do you call an autistic Jew?
I don't know what. Okay.
Or Auschwitz stick.
All right, Chloe. How long have you been broken up with this guy for?
For a week.
Wow, it's been a week.
Yeah.
And you guys came to the decision together, or was it more
It was more his decision, but of course, you know, I was understanding. I love him, so.
Well, it's good you stayed private about it.
Yeah, you know.
It's very understood.
I don't know if he's around, but hey. I do art, I do music on the side.
What kind of music do you do?
I'm a drummer.
Really? You're a drummer? Oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna get up. I'm not gonna get up, not tonight.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Amy Schumer, what do you think about that powerful female performance?
I support all women, even when they hate black people. I still support them. I have so many black friends. Chris Rock, that's it. And I will. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke, and you can't sue me. I know I support her. She'll be great. Everything will be great. Everyone's gonna be. Everything's fine.
Chloe Montgomery, it's amazing that we did. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Live from Walker Gas Company here in Austin, Texas, for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Get it by Tony Texas! Who's ready to fuck some shit up tonight, huh?
Yeah, we're in it, everybody. Come on, people, make some noise for Brian motherfucking Ray. Live in the flesh, creator of podcasts, eater of food. He's here. Welcome to Kill Tony, brought to you by the Red Rose and the Yellow Rose, the two best strip clubs on planet Earth. Just so happen to be here in Austin, Texas. So is the best goddamn vodka in all of the land. Beat Eddie Vodka is proud to bring you this episode of Kill Tony live in Austin, Texas. Also the Hotel Van Zandt, where if you look at the link in description, you can save 30% off your stay here in Austin on a Sunday or Monday night by clicking on that link. Also, be sure to subscribe to the podcast. I was told by my management to say that part. Here's a little bit more from the amazing sponsors that made tonight's episode available for you here right now. Hey y'all, you might not know this, but when I'm not being the host of the #1 live podcast in the world, what I've been doing for the last 16 years is being a professional stand-up comedian. And I'm excited to say that on December 9th and 10th, I'll be performing in Texas. And February 9th and 10th of 2023, I'm in Houston, Texas. Tickets available at TonyHinchcliffe.com. All these shows sell out, so don't be a doofus. Go to the website now, get tickets while you still can. Hey Red Band, you're the tech guy out of the two of us. What do you use incognito mode for?
You know, I used to use incognito mode to hide my location. I thought it protected me. I thought it was the way to make it so no one knows my personal information.
Well, Red Band, did you ever read the fine print that appears when you start browsing incognito? It says that your activity might still be visible to your employer, your school, or your internet provider. Not very incognito at all, is it? That's why, to stop people from seeing the sites you visit, you need to do what I do and use ExpressVPN. I love ExpressVPN. I use it pretty much 24/7 It is unbelievable. They are the most comfortable underwear I've ever worn. I used to wear brands like Lacoste and Nike and Adidas, and this is much better. It's great for working out. The separate compartments are interesting, but I wear it as a normal boxer brief. The fabric feels great. They have modal, bamboo, or mesh, and even cotton now. It's higher quality than anything I have ever worn. No chafing in hot weather. It keeps the boys cool and comfortable.
So go to sheathunderwear.com for the sale of the year on everything from men's underwear, base layers, women's wear, winter warmers, and more. I can tell you Sheath underwear is made from high quality materials and will be the most comfortable underwear you've ever worn. I recommend stocking up for yourself, or Sheath makes a great gift for whoever is on your list. So if you're still wearing I threw away all my underwear. It's all Sheath now. Now's the time, though, to level up and check out sheathunderwear.com. It can be worn as boxer briefs, or you can use the latest technology in men's underwear and use the Sheath pouch to keep everything cool and separated.
We're serious. If you're listening to this right now, trust me, this is the underwear that we wear. This is the underwear that the regulars wear. This is the producer who's running around. He's showing me his band right now. That's a Sheath band. I know it. I recognize it. We love them. Get yourself a special treat for the holiday season. And if you're the lucky girlfriend of a Kill Tony fan, go buy him some Sheath underwear. So once more, sheathunderwear.com is having the sale of the year with Black Friday sales from Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday. So go load up at sheathunderwear.com. No promo code needed, but tell them we sent you. Any way you can tell them, just tell them. sheathunderwear.com. Let them know Kill Tony sent you. Go get some nice underwear. You deserve it. You listen to good podcasts. You guys ready to start tonight's show or what? Guys, how about a hand for the fucking band? Am I right? That is the Kill Tony band, brought to you by Truwell Peanut Butter Whiskey. That's the great new recently engaged Michael Gonzalez on the drums. The great Paul Beamer on the horns right here. Matt Mueling on guitar. And that is the one and the only the motherfucking Mago. And the great Ryan J. Ebelt is here, right over there, drawing tonight's episode, hiding in the wings right now. That is the legendary Ryan J. Ebelt, fresh in from a plane ride from Southern California. He has drawn literally hundreds of episodes of the show. He's here live. He's originally from Texas. How about a hand for our friend Ryan J. Ebelt? All right, let's have some fun. Every single week I have two of the best guests on planet Earth. This week, no different. Two of my favorite comedians coming up through the ranks in New York City. Ryan Long and Chris Vega, everybody. Let's go! Guys, make some fucking noise for my guest. Ryan Long. This is Chris Vega. This is Kill Tony, live in Austin, Texas. Ryan Long, I do believe making his third appearance on the show. Welcome back, Ryan. How are you?
Hello. I had such a good time on Kill Tony last time that that's how I have sex now. I say, babe, you got 1 minute, and then my friends are going to roast you for 5.
That's right. That's right. This is Chris Vega's first time as a guest on Kill Tony. Make some noise for Chris, everybody. Welcome, Chris. How do you feel tonight?
I feel great, dude. I'm excited.
My man's already drinking a Lone Star, fitting in much better. He's been here 1 week and already fitting in better with the boys in California.
Now it's just, I'm just caught him adjusting his hat. He's like, maybe I should wear it different.
Got bangs and shit, this fucking guy. You guys know how the show works. Before everything started, back there, comedians, make some noise for yourselves. They're deep in the gullet back there. There are 100 of them signed up for an opportunity to do 60 seconds on tonight's show. If I name out of the bucket, that means they get 60 seconds uninterrupted. You know their time is up and you go the sound of a kitten. That means they have to wrap it up then or else they bring out the Angry West Hollywood Bear. Which is just a loud noise. My volume just went down somehow. Which is just a loud noise.
I got an Asian moped, which is the equivalent of a white person's minivan. I could fit my whole family van. I could fit my whole family on there. 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 I could fit my
we're like, holy shit, they're sending the poor Asians now. Sending the poor Asians now. Rapists and the criminals. Rapists and the criminals and the drug dealers. Uh, but yeah, recently Kyrie Irving posted something anti-Semitic, and then he had to give the Jews money, which is funny. I apologize to the Jewish community. I will give them what they love the most. Thank you.
Hans Kim coming in. Powerful. Look at you. The new look, huh?
Yeah.
You decided to. The new look, huh?
Yeah.
You decided to keep your fucking gigantic helmet on through the whole thing.
Yeah, it's kind of makes my head even bigger than it already is.
Yeah, kind of definitely does. I love this. I didn't know there was a fucking South Korean Power Ranger. This is very exciting. Is that GoPro on?
No, I think I forgot to turn it on.
Real, that would have been a great idea. Yeah, real missed opportunity there, Hans. Wow.
Oops.
Hans Kim, I feel like you right now look like the Mortal Kombat character whose finishing move only works on women.
I can never finish with women, but
Hans Kim. Hans Kim's in the fucking zone. How do you feel, Hans? How's this week been for you?
it's been amazing, Tony. I went to New York City with you. I felt like the Prince of New York with my daddy Tony.
Did good. We had good work. 4 crazy ass sold out shows. Easy breezy. Ate a lot. Rested a lot.
Yeah, ate a lot of Italian food with you.
We did. We did. We did the fucking tourist crap. We were like little boy blue in his fucking Gary Clark hat over here. Fucking, we did this. Oh, this guy, poor guy. I'm watching his soul leave his body. It's incredible. Oh, he's fucking red and bullied right now. I love it.
Man, that guy's headwear is ridiculous.
Yeah. I've been through this before. I've been too mean to people on this stage before. I feel like this guy's gonna put out a video that's just tightly edited of mean stuff and say this is what this guy said to me during South Carolina Heritage Month. My sweet, sweet Hans Kim. Yeah, we had a lot of fun in New York. At one point, I'll tell you guys this.
People, I think it's because I keep the pipes clean pretty regularly.
What does that mean?
Mentored by R. Kelly. I come a lot.
Wow. Hans come over here. How do you do it? You have a girlfriend. What else do you do? How do you have so many releases, Hans?
I've been looking at some fine quality Japanese porn recently.
Wow. You like Japanese porn? It's pixelated. Why do you like that?
Because of the production. Uh, how they get from normal people to sex partners. I like that transition.
And you like the story of Japanese porn?
Yeah, I'm in it for the story.
What are their stories like that's different from like American trash porn?
I guess it's more like they don't want it and then it.
Oh Jesus. Hans. Hansi, are you accidentally admitting to watching rapey porn right now?
Yeah.
Someone owes you.
Like, do you have like a favorite one? Do you have?
Yes.
You do have a favorite one? What's that video?
Where they owe the Yakuza a ton of fucking money.
It's the massage porn. It's right next to them and then they have sex in the seat.
Wait, so massage porn is when a girl's getting a massage and the guy ends up doing more to her?
Yeah.
And she's saying, oh Jesus, you don't just say yes like that. And then she starts saying no?
Well, I don't really speak Japanese, but.
Texas, we just assumed that you all speak Japanese. you meet?
I would, but I have a girlfriend, and she's very nice. Try to be nice to her.
That's great. Very good, Hans. That's great that you put that together like that.
You know, sometimes just hire a big Japanese misogynist to come in and whatever happens, happens.
I love it.
Hans, I didn't realize you were so much like fucking Sean Watson. Perfect. Right on time. We can get the show started every week with a minute of stand-up comedy. We all love you. That is Hans Skin.
Thank you, guys.
That is on skin. That is on skin. That is on skin. That on skin. That just was on skin. I'm pulling a name out of the bucket for the first time tonight. You guys ready to get crazy? We're gonna meet somebody together. Let's all meet together for the very first time. Someone that goes by the name of Diego Segarra. Diego Segarra. Here he comes. One more time for Diego Segarra.
Fuck. Alright. What are all those scary people outside, huh? You know, they sure are bad vibes. Looks like Halloween's over, guys. You can chill out now. Ah, shit. I thought that was going to get a standing ovation. Alright. How about this one? I'm from the great country of Ohio, if you can't already tell. It's great to be here on the big TV screen. I know where you guys are.
That is true. I've never seen anybody that looks like a full-time Tonka truck driver before.
Thank you. Thank you.
You were like a grown.
Thank you.
You were like a grown-up little boy or something like that. I can't decide exactly. You could be literally any age. I wouldn't be surprised. Anything between 13 and 61, I would believe.
Thank you.
It is actually quite incredible. How old I would believe.
Thank you.
It is actually quite incredible. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. That's actually the saddest answer that it could have been. It could have been. Anything less would have been better. Anything more would have been better. 25. Anything less would have been better. Anything more would have been better. 25. Just depressing, dude. Just depressing, dude.
And his stepdad just left and he's the man of the house now.
He loves standing on his
My
steps
dad
and
was
fucking.
like an undercover TV show and like
He's like Sarah Silver Boy. Oh, look at you, you little guy. I love it, Diego. You're adorable. Oh my god. You getting ready to do some work up at the North Pole? Is the big dog looks like the only racist elf on the North Pole. Diego, what do you do for work?
I work at a data and telecommunications company.
Oh, okay. A data intel communication.
Yeah, we put the computer wires inside buildings.
Oh, okay, because you have such tiny hands. That's easy for you.
Yeah.
I get it. I see why that would be good for you, Diego. Where do you do that at? Where do you live?
Columbus, Ohio.
Wow, Columbus, Ohio. That's where do you do that at? Where do you live?
Columbus, Ohio.
Wow, Columbus, Ohio. That's where you're born. Where you're born and raised?
Yep.
Yes, that's the sound of a winning college football program, everybody. You know, that's what that sounds like.
That's where I was born. That's where I grew up. What part of Columbus, Ohio?
Oh, nice. Right now I'm in New Albany.
Oh, you're a rich.
Oh, look at you, little rich boy. What are your parents? What does your dad do for work?
Works at the data and telecommunications company.
Wow.
And then he just comes in his pocket.
Yeah. So he just fucking it got you the job, huh?
Yeah, you can say that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It must be easy to walk a mile in your father's shoes when they're size 4.5.
Yeah, I did too much weed in elementary school. That's
You
why.
did too much weed? Yeah, I can tell. Normally someone would say I smoked too much weed, but when you say I did too much weed, that means something in your growth.
Did your dad buy you that weed?
How else do you explain this way bod that you have? What's your diet like? What are you eating?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I weigh a nice 110 pounds too.
Alright.
She's the opposite of Puerto Rican women, you know what I mean?
That's adorable. Is this something you've always wanted to do while wearing sweatpants? You know we can see your fucking little fucking Diego right there. We can. It's very obvious.
When your dad bought you that outfit for work, this is not what he had in mind.
Why are you wearing on stage what girls wear to sleep in? Did you always dress like this, Diego?
No.
And what is the big talk country music hat that you're wearing?
Just free advertising.
Are you a musician?
What? No.
You're just advertising another band?
No, just my big cock.
Are you saying that you have a big cock?
Yeah,
Or is it just big on your body?
I wouldn't be smiling as much if I didn't.
3.5 inches long, everybody. When you're 4'1", that's basically 17% of your mass body index. So
I can show it right now if you want me to.
nobody wants that.
No, it's detachable.
People are from Iowa; they can't handle that.
Poor people.
I love it. Do you have a girlfriend, Diego?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend. She's here tonight.
Oh,
She's
really?
on the line. How you?
How big's the cock?
She's walking funny right now.
You guys came here together? You bought tickets?
Yep.
Yeah?
Or no, we just signed up. We didn't buy tickets.
Oh, she signed up too?
Yep.
She got pulled? She would have done her first time ever here tonight?
Yeah.
Really? What's her name?
Layla Ingalls.
Layla what?
Ingalls.
Ingalls?
Yeah.
What a hillbilly name that is. Alright, I gotta see it. You stay up here, Diego. This is the Kill Tony debut of Layla Ingalls, everybody. We're gonna see who is taking this cock.
Yeah, I don't get this with the little penis.
Shut up, Diego. Here it is, 60 seconds uninterrupted for Layla, everybody. Oh shit, they used the same note. Come on, one more time for Layla, everyone.
I was afraid you were gonna do my joke. I was gonna be pissed. Okay. Anyways, hi guys, I'm Layla. Microphone looks like my magic wand. I kind of want to put it down there and go to town. But maybe if it was actually a magic wand, it would grant me some better jokes or orgasms. So I got my blood drawn the other day. The artist did a really good job. Um, I'm a woman. I was born a woman. And it's really hard to be a woman because at least once a day you hear, "Man, I'm gonna rape you." Oh, I'm sorry. My last joke was gonna be Diego has a big cock. I'm just kidding. You know.
Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god. Not only did she come up here and literally do 4 times better than him, but at the very end, the final sword is just saying what we already knew. That Diego's fucking packing blanks down there. Chris Vega, what do you think about what just happened?
I thought her pet name was Magic Wand.
Hey!
That's a good point.
Well, so let's talk about it. That's your first time doing stand-up?
Doing an open mic. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm so nervous.
Yeah. Cold too.
It made me feel better saying I'm raised in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
Like 10 minutes away from Yellow Springs.
Okay.
So I know Dave Chappelle everybody.
Oh, wow, okay. So you guys live together in what kind of dollhouse exactly do you guys live in?
In an apartment. We actually took all the feet off of our furniture so there's nowhere to go.
Oh my god, dude. Dude. Oh my god, she's burying you right now, dude. She's burying you. I don't care how big your dick is, it is inside of you right now. That thing is